guys? Today, once again, on bets.gg. Sorry for like such late upload, but still, all these games are gonna be up in 7+ hours. So, but finally, I guess some stuff up in here. I actually gained what it started at 18. I gained that from partially roulette, and I was doing some bets on there. So before we get into all the predictions stuff, I just want to say, if you guys haven't already signed up for this site, you can use my affiliation shot if you don't use anybody else's. And when you get this, you get 50 cents. Then when you get this daily bonus by just having bet.gg, you get 10. Then you want to accept this first, which is actually 0.5, level 1. So you want to accept that first, because as you see right here, you gotta have less than 0.02 in your, I think it's like 0.02 creds, I want to say. Then if you sign up in their group, you get 20 creds, or 0.20. So that's what, 50, 20, 10, 5. That's 85 right there, I believe. Yeah, it is. So that's a decent amount to start with. Like if you want to go on roulette, dice. Crash, I believe, is actually coming out either later this week, I'm pretty sure, so that's going to be awesome. Crash is one of my more favorite sort of games in that category. But we're going to go over to the match betting, if it ever loads. We're going to be going from Legacy right here to down to Moussports VP. I believe it's 15 games, not counting like, actually, never mind. So first off is that Legacy versus Best versus I say that like almost every video. Legacy versus Parallax, best of 1. And for both maps, I'm pretty, since you don't know the maps, it's to be announced, which it's gonna be, we're gonna know later. I'm gonna say it's about a 60-40 for Parallax, just because maps aren't announced, so I can't really get a more precise odds. And Parallax has been winning a lot more than Legacy has, and if the map is Mirage, definitely should be guaranteed to win for Parallax. But if it's Train or Dust 2, they're gonna have a little bit of a weaker time. But that's for both of those games, 60-40 for Parallax, since we don't know the maps. So next is Immunity versus Cheifs, another ×2 BO1, and I recommend a skip on these, even though like the odds are kind of high. I'm gonna say it's about a 50-50, just because on like the last games, like way too risky. Like literally the last game they played, it went into overtime at 26-24 is how much Cheifs won by. Definitely gonna be a close game, so I'm gonna skip those games for sure, because too risky. But I mean, it might be worth it going on that lower amount. But next is Kick versus Preparation, the best of 3, and I'm gonna say about a 60-40 for Prep. Both teams has actually been doing decently bad, but Prep has been doing a decently better against higher tier teams than Kick has. So, getting more rounds on each map and stuff like that. That's what I mean. But if the maps like Infernos or Cash, should be a pretty decent win for Prep. Next, we're going to go into the Envious versus Hellraisers, and I believe the first map is Nuke. So last time they met up on this map, sorry about that, Envy won 16-8, so definitely look like they're starting to get their stuff back as well. By stuff, I mean their mojo, or whatever you want to call it, their skill. They kind of had like a falling off right there for some games, but Hellraisers is actually doing decently well. So I have it about a 55-45 for this first map on Nuke. So next game is Train. It says Nuke right there. Next game is Heroic versus Flipside, best of 1 on Train. And on Train, I'm gonna say about a 60-40 for Heroic on both maps actually. Heroic did really well against Flipside. Last two maps they did actually against them, winning 16-12 and 16-9. And on Overpass, Heroic won 16-12. It was only a month ago against Flipside, so it shouldn't be too bad of a win for them. I'm sorry that it keeps doing that. I really don't know why it keeps refreshing like that. Okay, so for first map, I mean actually both maps, 60-40 for Heroic. You know, actually might have to go on Flipside with these odds. But next is Spirit versus Tengri. I'm really not positive. But on this one, it is best of 3, so I'm gonna say about a 60-40 for Tengri. They've been doing a lot better against higher tier teams than Spirit has lately. You know, getting like 10 to 14 rounds against, who was it? I know they played a decent amount of higher tier teams. It's not in my memory right now, I apologize for that, but the same people that Spirit faced, they got maybe 5 rounds. So just because of that, Teneri's obviously been doing better skill-wise. So you might want to throw stuff on them. So next is best of 3 Fnatic Academy versus Godsend Academy. So both, I think the Academy means that they're like training groups, or I'm pretty sure it's either training groups or like a B team or whatever you want to call it, you know, like the backup. But with this, where's that? I'm gonna say about a 65-35 for Fnatic. So if the odds stay like this, definitely have to throw something in Godsend. Just, you know, it should be an easy one for Fnatic, but you really never know with these like lower tier teams. But you know, Godsend Academy hasn't been getting any of these wins lately, while Fnatic has actually been doing pretty well in my point of view. So that's why, you know, I might have to risk it for that times 58, but still, Fnatic should win that one statistically. So we've already discussed that game, you know, 60-40 for Heroic. And Hellraisers versus Envy, this is the cobblestone match, alright. So on this one, the odds are going to go the other way towards Hellraiser, 65-35. You know, just a week or two ago, Hellroad destroyed Na'Vi, which is one of the tier 1 teams as of right now. They destroyed them 16-5, so clearly one of Hellraiser's better maps. But Na'Vi is, wait, what? Na'Vi is, like, a few weeks ago, Na'Vi, in my point of view, wasn't doing too good. You know, recently they definitely have done a lot better, but it still should be a win for Hellraiser if they get that skill that they shown against Na'Vi in that game. So next, we're getting an NIP versus Fnatic. Rip these percentages though. So with this, I think this is a times 2 BO1 as well. Yes, it is. So first map being a Dust 2. I mean, both maps should definitely favor NIP, but with Dust 2, I'd say about a 65-35, and on Cash, I would say 60-40. But seeing how VP played in the champion, oh wait, seeing on Dust 2, NIP has a pretty good win history on that map against Fnatic. They should know all the stuff that Fnatic does on that map, even though Fnatic might show something new. NIP is most likely going to bring something new as well. So, you know, it's most likely going to go towards NIP just because they got a really good win history on that map against Fnatic alone. But, and like, Fnatic actually hasn't been doing too decent these last games. But I mean, it's still like a pretty good matchup, obviously. That's why it's matched up. So on Cash, though, it's going to be a little closer game. Let's have it about a 60-40 instead of a 65-35. Neither team's really overly strong on this map and haven't played it in a decent while. So they're gonna have to really bring something to the table on this map. So Fnatic actually might have a chance, you know, bring in like a huge amount of skill. They might have like been practicing a decent amount lately, so you know, that's why I have it about a 65-40, a little closer game. So next is going to be these ×2 best of 1 of VP versus Moussports. VP's doing really well at that New York LAN. You know, beating SK that one time 2-1 is pretty nice game. If any of you've seen it, you'd probably agree. I think the last map was Nuke. They won 16-8. SK only got one round in the second half. It was a pretty good game. So this first map being Cobblestone, or I mean Mirage, obviously like coming back from a LAN, they're not going to be as well as they could be. But still with this, you know, they are, in my opinion, a lot better than Moussports. But definitely going to be a close game, I would think. You know, about like a 55-45 on both maps. But on Cobblestone, actually the 60-40 for VP. You know, but Moussports actually could take it just because they are coming back from a LAN, so it's a little riskier game. But seeing how VP played in the Champions, I mean, it was obvious LAN and this is online, so it's going to be totally different. They should have a decent amount of chance to win, if obviously they're not tired or anything like that from the LAN. Oh, sorry about that. So that's a little bit of my reasoning of why VP has that a little bit more higher of a chance than like, you know, like a 60-40 for Moussports, just because they're coming back from a LAN. But that's about it for today. I'm gonna save these games for tomorrow. I'm gonna start doing like the prediction videos, like, you know, like the night before or day before. Like right now for me it's about 10:30, so you know, kind of late. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys made it this far, make sure you like and subscribe for like future uploads. And you know, I might be doing some other videos on this site if Crash comes out, definitely. But comment down below, tell me how you have enjoyed this series, the past like few times that I've done it. You know, I think like what, 3 videos? Yeah. So thank you guys for like this like consistent 40 views. It's really cool that I can get that, you know, just starting out. But make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video, most likely going up tomorrow. And oh, I almost forgot. Make sure you check out down below. I'm gonna start posting on Reddit just in case I don't get to the video. So down below I have the Reddit thread. If you don't want to check out my video, there's also other people post like a lot more complicated statistics. So that kind of helps me with my prediction as well, because you know, I check a few other sites. It really helps. But I also have my profile where we can check all my posts and stuff, comments. So yep, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Hope you guys win.